I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you are thinking about getting that abortion, if you feel like you need that abortion, if you think that abortion is going to be the best thing for you, you need to get that abortion. I don't care who say they're going to be there for you. I don't care what type of help people think they're going to give you. Get that fucking abortion. If that's what's in your heart, if that's what's in your head, I don't care about your religion. I don't care how bad it hurts. I am telling you, get that fucking abortion. There is no fucking help out here, G. There is no help. I don't give a fuck. I don't even care about the comments that y'all leave. I swear to God, I don't. I swear. I am so fucking tired. I have never been this fucking tired in my life.
Guys, let's stop it there for a second. So, she said a lot of things that caught my ear right here. The first thing that I want to address before we move forward is how she mentioned basically make your own decision. That's basically what she's preaching to the ladies. Make your own decision. I don't care what anybody else says, whatever their input is, whether religious or otherwise. Don't allow them to convince you any different of what you already know or what you're already feeling. Okay, so cool. That's fine. But it kind of seems like we're trying to remove accountability and put it on other people as if the reason why we are where we are now in our circumstance and it's so hard is because other people basically inserted their opinions and then I listened to it. So now I'm still stuck over here having to deal with this. So we're putting it on them as if they put us in this situation. And that's what I don't want to get taken and ran with, right? Because regardless if other people give their input and their opinions on something or even their religious beliefs, you made the decision that you wanted to make. So even if they gave their input, you decided you wanted to live with that or listen to that in that moment. Now, just because after the fact, the way things pan out, it doesn't go according to what you saw, right? She mentioned that people said they were going to help and then they don't. Well, if they do decide to help, cool. That's a nice little cherry on top, but they're not obligated to help. I'm hoping when you say people said they would help, I'm hoping you're just referring to the Father. Because if you didn't already know that other people weren't responsible to raise your child, and that is ultimately your full responsibility, then that's on you. Because you just, like I said, you decided to listen to that and then make the decision that you wanted to do. It wasn't on them. Because I'm pretty sure somebody has told her before, if you don't want to have a baby, make sure you wear protection. Make sure if you have a child, have it with somebody that you can see yourself dealing with in the long run. Even if somebody didn't tell her that, she knew that. And she decided to have that child or do what she did unprotected anyway, right? So how is this any different? You decided to listen to that person. You're grown. You understand right from wrong. So it seems like you're trying to push that accountability on other people as if they coerced her into having her child. And whether they coerced you or not, you knew right from wrong. You knew what comes with having a child. So that's the first thing I caught. Um, I'm gonna rewind it back a little bit because it started getting a little crazy.
There is no fucking help out here, G. There is no help. I don't give a fuck. I don't even care about the comments that y'all leave. I swear to God, I don't.
Let me say another thing too about there is no help out here. What type of help do you expect? If you decide to have a child and you make that conscious decision, then I take it that you're saying that I'm fully capable of handling this. Otherwise, then you can proactively prevent this by not even ending up in that situation to begin with, or make sure that you already have something established when you decide to have that child, right? Which ideally would be a family structure, right? The main one, which would just be you and the husband. Now, let's say this too, because this is what I really want to address. She's getting very emotional right now. But when she started the video, she wasn't really emotional. And I like to think accurately, and I'm not questioning her whether she's really emotional or not. But what I am just going to bring to the light is that in order to even do this, like you had to set up the camera, right? And then position it. And when she started this, she wasn't crying, so she was perfectly fine, right? See, look,
I don't know who needs to hear this,
or she was crying,
but
I guess, but she was a lot more calmer than she ended up ultimately becoming as it was progressing. And then she mentioned, I know the comments are going to eat me alive. I don't care. I don't care. What is the logic of already being in a hyper emotional state, coming to social media where you've already expressed consciously that you know that the comments are going to be filled with nothing but negativity, and then subjecting yourself to that? What is the point? And what I'm looking for is a point. Because, like I said, she seemed much more calm when she started this video. So I'm just waiting for her to, if y'all want to support me, because she did mention that she doesn't get any support. So I'm wondering if this is something to, start a GoFundMe or something. Because other than that, like you had to sit there and position the camera and you consciously thought, oh, I'm emotional right now. Time to go to social media. So let's watch a little bit more of this.
get that fucking abortion. If that's what's in your heart, if that's what's in your head, there is no fucking help out here, G. There is no help. I don't give a fuck. I don't even care about the comments that y'all leave. I swear to God, I don't. I swear. I am so fucking tired. I have never been this fucking tired in my life. I have been depressed before. I've been suicidal before. Hell, I didn't had suicide attempts before. I've never been this tired in my life. I just want to give up so fucking bad. Get that fucking abortion. If you feel you need that fucking abortion, get that fucking abortion. Because when you are asked out, you have no fucking help. And you have depleted, you have asked everybody, you have went to every corner, you've done everything. Gee, I am fucking working. I make good money. I am not a fucking bum. Get that fucking abortion. If you think you need that abortion. I love my baby so much. And I do not regret having him. But I feel so fucked up for bringing him into this fucking world. This piss poor ass fucking world with these.
Oh my goodness. How about we just be proactive? Like you can still enjoy yourself and just protect yourself, right? How about that be the message? You know, you brought them into this world, but I mean, you seem just as kooky as everybody else that you're saying is kooky. You know, you made a decision, and now it's kind of like what you didn't know, what comes with that. It seems like you went around every corner and you asked everybody, "Hey, are you going to be there? Hey, are you going to be there? Hey, are you going to be there?" When you should have asked, "How did I end up here?" That's ultimately the question. And can I handle this? And then you make your own decision, right? That's just life. You had multiple decisions in this scenario, and that's what happens in life when you make adult decisions. Then you have to deal with the real adult consequences. So ultimately, you guys, what I want us to take away from this is use this as a case study in order to understand. Sometimes we look at things as lighter than what they truly will end up becoming. So if you're just looking at it, oh, I'm just going to have a baby. Oh, I like this woman right now. Oh, I like this man right now. I want a baby. I'm so in love. You better be thinking of things from both the positive and the negative side of the spectrum of how this can ultimately end up so that you don't end up like this, right? These are very important decisions that we have to evaluate thoroughly and consciously. All right. We can't just be making second decisions that's going to have lifetime ramifications. All right. So that's ultimately what I want to understand because I actually did do a video before where a guy sent me an email and he was having all type of baby mama drama. And, you know, I couldn't even really, I couldn't even be dishonest. Like I just basically said, hey, I'm really just focusing on the guys that aren't in this situation yet because you're just going to have to keep on moving and keep on pushing because you are where you are. And it's not, but you're going to have to deal with it. That's just how society will allow you to be run through the ringer. So this is a different side of it, right? This is from a woman's perspective. She's basically referring to really what it entails on a daily basis because we don't really think about what this really looks like on a daily basis when you have to go and look at that young child who's dependent on you and you have to show up every day fully, right? You guys ever had that day where you just didn't want to do nothing? You just want to stay in the bed? Well, if you have a child that's dependent on you, that no longer exists. You just want to make a quick run to the store? Nope. You better get that car seat. You're going to have to strap him up. You're going to have to get him dressed, make sure he's fed or she's fed. Really think about all the other things that's going to come with whatever decisions that you make. All right. So we'll leave it there. That's really what I want this to be, just a case study of just understanding this stuff has real consequences, guys. These aren't no any light matters. These are serious matters that we're getting into, and nobody's gonna care, right? Your life is your responsibility. So, guys, like the video. I need that. My numbers are kind of slowing down. Also, subscribe if you want to join the Limitless Legion. Cash App is linked in the description if you want to tip the channel. Buy your boy iced coffee with lavender syrup. And guys, until next time, I will see you in the next video.